Hello everyone, Miss Kramer here. Welcome to Kramer's Corner. Today I'm going to show you a little activity that you can do at home that will hopefully bring a little bit of happiness and joy to your day. Last week I was able to talk to Mrs. Bunden and Miss Nikki and Mrs. Wolf and Mr. Nye and Mr. Williams and Mrs. Saltzman, and we were able to kind of talk through some ideas. So this is one that came from that conversation. While I was talking to them, I was doing some doodling, and this was my little doodle right here that gave me some inspiration. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what happened when we were talking and what happened with my idea. So if you don't have, this is an old piece of construction paper that I use for my placemat. If you don't have that, you can just get some old ads, put down on the paper or on the table so you don't make a mess on the table. As you know, we always use our placemats in the creation station. So I got my box of crayons out. I have a box of 24, but you're not going to need that many crayons today because we're just going to be looking for our primary and secondary colors are red, orange, yellow, those are warm colors, green, blue, indigo is a new color some of us haven't talked about, and violet. These are our cool colors. So this is our warm color group, this is our cool color group. And then our primary colors, my big kids know, our primary colors are the colors that make all other colors. So our red, yellow, and blue make all these colors here. So if I take my red and my yellow, I'm going to make orange. If I take my yellow and my blue, I'm going to make green. And if I take my red and blue, I'm going to make violet. So we just need these colors today because we're just going to use our rainbow colors, what we would call our rainbow colors. So I'm going to introduce you guys to a friend of mine that I just created the other day and kind of thinking about this project. So I'm going to take my colors and just watch. I'm going to show you my little friend that's going to help us today. So I'm going to start with my red, and I have my red, and I'm just going to create this up here. I'll do a little. So there's my red, and then I'm going to take my orange, and I'm going to create my orange, and then I'm going to take my yellow, and I know yellow is kind of hard to see, so just bear with me here. Yellow, hopefully you can see it okay. Yellow, and then I'm going to take my green, and my green, and then I'm going to take my blue, and create this for my blue, and then I'm going to skip my indigo for a minute, and then my violet. And the reason I'm skipping indigo is because that oftentimes is missed or forgotten when this little guy. So indigo, even though it's Mr. Forgotten, is actually one of the most important colors to complete our little guy. So this is our little friend that's going to help us today. His name is actually Roy, R for red, O for orange, Y for yellow, Roy. His middle name starts with a G, and then his last name is B for blue, I for indigo, and V for violet. So if you're ever trying to remember what the order of the rainbow is, it's Roy, G, Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And Roy is going to help us today create our work of art. So when I was working with other teachers, and my inspiration was a doodle that I had done, it kind of inspired me. So the doodle was basically what my brain was telling my hand to write. So I came up with some things that might be a little bit more on the fun side and maybe give us a little bit of love and hope and peace in our hearts for the situation we're all in right now. So this is a smaller, these are smaller versions of something that you might be able to do. So this one, if you wanted to, you could maybe make this and put it in the mailbox for your mail carrier. And when they deliver the mail, you could give them a little surprise and have that waiting for them. Or you can hang this one maybe up in your living room window, so people walking their dogs in the evenings or during the day could look at your window and have a little smile in their heart because they see that you made something like that. Or if you have maybe a delivery person comes and delivers some food for you guys, so you could maybe put this, give this to them, so give them a little smile. Or if you have a nursing home that's not too far away from you, that you could maybe drop off some notes of kindness or love. So people who are stuck and can't see their loved ones might enjoy something like this. So these are just some examples that I did. So I'm just going to show you just kind of some things to think about when you're doing this. So when you get started, always want to use Mr. Pencil. Mr. Pencil is our artist's best friend. We always use Mr. Pencil first. So I'm going to start with my heart over here. Now, one thing I want to do is make sure I think this out, because if I'm doing a rainbow, I want to make sure I have enough for all my colors. So when you do this, you do your first one at the top, let's say for example here, and then I'm going to do my second line. So that is going to be my red. So I'm going to actually say red. And then I'm going to add my next line, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So I want to make sure I have enough lines to create all the colors that I'm thinking in my head. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now you can add any other colors that you'd like. So I know sometimes we've talked before where you have a pack of 24 crayons and there's lots of crayons in there. So if you want to go through and add more of those colors, you are more than welcome to do so. That is up to you as the artist. And then you could maybe put a word or a couple words in here to help kind of add a little inspiration to anybody who might see it. So when you're working on this, you can use crayon, marker, colored pencil, oil, pastel, paint, whatever it is you'd like to use, whatever you have at home, and just send a little joy and love to people who might in this time need a little bit of extra brightness in their day. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.